It's a bye week. We took our bye week last week, though, so a little confusing for everybody.
Back. All four of us.
We are back, and most of all, Janet's got something to say. So, Janet, floor is yours.
No, I don't want to.
You have to. We'll sit here in silence.
We'll do a whole show in silence. I've suggested it before.
I'm not above it.
In honor of, I guess, the NBA starting up, I'm going to be at a Spurs parade tomorrow.
Oh, hell yeah.
At first come, first serve, we'll get brownie.
Janet, you need to stand next to Victor Wembanyama and just see the difference.
He's probably going to be at that parade, you know?
Yeah, he's like probably 10 feet taller than you, honestly.
He's been mingling with the regular, you know, like human beings out here in San Antonio. So he might actually be at that parade. I don't know.
Is it a dumb question to ask, why is there a Spurs parade?
Spurs are back.
San Antonio. Honestly, I am not a Spurs fan. I am a Bucks fan, but San Antonio are like diehards when it comes to the Spurs. Like,
it's like the Jazz.
Like every store you go into, there's Spurs merchandise. You could go into a Starbucks and there's Spurs merchandise. They're a little bit diehard about it because it's the only sport that we have in this city.
Is this a yearly thing? Do they do a parade before every season?
Yes.
Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I've been a Spurs fan for a long time. I think I'm out. You can only have a parade if you have a trophy.
Since middle school?
No chance Tim Duncan ever went to a parade.
No, he stayed home.
Either or Kawhi.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
No,
it was Bruce Brown or Bruce Bowen the entire time.
Guy.
I think they're going a little bit extra because they did win the lottery this year, though. I think they're going a little bit extra on it.
But future.
But I know they've had this parade because I see them on Instagram every year, like they're getting them out there or whatever, the marketing of them, like those parades. But I don't go. I'm only going because I'm gonna be with. Dakota. I always pronounce his clothing line wrong though.
Oh.
Campeche.
Wembanyama.
He said say kombucha. Campeche Collective. I don't know.
Kombucha is a drink.
Yeah, but he told me to say it like that in order to say the actual word. Campeche. There we go. Campeche Collective.
There we go.
I'm going to go and I'm going to be with his clothing line there. I am not going to be wearing Spurs stuff. Sorry.
I thought you were going to say you weren't going to be wearing clothes.
No, I asked him not. He does 4 clothing lines. He does the Dallas Stars, Astros, he does Spurs and Packers, and I told him I was not going to do Astros or the Spurs. Sorry, I won't.
Well, I can't imagine if the Spurs win the NBA Cup, how big of a parade that would be. If they're celebrating.
And this is Lombardi Sweep.
This is Lombardi Sweep, a Green Bay Packers podcast, if you can believe it. Like I said, by a week.
Janet open an episode.
I mean, I don't want to talk about the Packers. The title of the stream is "What's Wrong with the Packers?" And if anyone's watching, chime in the chat. I think that would be the most fun way to do this show.
There's a lot of different options.
Exactly. I want you to say what you think's wrong with the Packers. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube or whatever, comment what you think's wrong with the Packers. Give a top 3 because I think you have a big pool to choose from. I think that's more fun. If you're listening to this as an audio podcast, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and say in the comment of your 5-star review your least favorite Packer at this current moment.
We want that Yelp review.
Absolutely. That's something we haven't asked for. We haven't asked for Yelp reviews yet. That's a good shout. Okay, so Packers lost to the Raiders, new low. Luke, you said I want to hear from Luke because Luke said you're not upset. So are you numb?
Yeah,
thoughts
like
right now?
like what are we expecting out of this team? Are we
agree.
expecting them to blow out the Raiders? Of fucking course not. They didn't get pressure on Jimmy. I guess they got a little pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo, but not getting pressure on Jimmy Garoppolo, he tears you up. Not that he did tear you up, but he did enough to tear up this defense. Like this Packers team is just like Zach. You said it, it's just not a good team. We were playing Madden last night. I said it to you. Like other than like Kenny Clark and Jair Alexander, this team is just a team of backup players than any other team in the NFL right now.
The only thing that makes me mad is not how the team's playing. A little bit coaching wise, that makes me bad because I think it's irresponsible and disrespectful to the game of football. But I get mad at like the fans and the analysts who say like Packers have the most first round draft picks of anybody on defense. That's why they're going to be good. To your point,
For the Falcons.
who cares? Who cares?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many first round draft picks that are busts. Jordan Love's gender. Fair enough. There's one thing that's wrong with the Packers, maybe. Thank you, Stu, for chiming in. But it's so stupid. Like, I don't understand why there's people upset now claiming. I just don't like people leading the charge about what's wrong with the Packers who were saying the opposite a little bit ago.
But Eric's
Eric
coming
says-
up. It's great.
This is a good one. Thank you, Eric. This team is so conservative and play calling, even Tucker Carlson was cringing.
That's good.
Very good. Very good. Very good. From the back.
But like
That is very true. Thank you, Sue.
Oh
the funny thing is too, but he's like the Packers defense held the Raiders to 17 points. The Raiders haven't scored 20 points all year. That's just what they do. That's not a good thing.
I just need people to get receipts because I don't want to hear the people starting to turn on Rashawn Gary acting like talking to you, Andy Herman, talking like it's your first thought and you're leading the charge. I don't want to hear people be like, I don't know, guys. I think Matt LaFleur might not be a good coach. Yeah, no shit. I don't want to hear that because everyone's talking about him breaking John Madden's record and saying shit to us as a show. Be like, you guys are just negative. Oh, you don't think Matt LaFleur can coach? No. We've been saying this since day one before he coached the game.
Do you remember how mad people are getting when Aaron Rodgers would audible every single play?
Yeah. Like maybe we were running a little bit of Aaron Rodgers' offense. Nagler, who's like, oh, you thought we weren't running Matt LaFleur's offense? No, I don't think we were, but we're seeing it now. Like, come on, people.
Focus on making insensitive comments on your podcast, Nagler. That's what you're good at.
Nagler sucks, dude.
I liked AJ Dillon in this game.
Yeah.
I did.
Yay.
For 2 series, though.
Yeah.
He ran for 3.8 yards per carry. Good job, Dylan.
But the whole thing with Dylan, and we said this before when he had those moments of good, like the issue with him. Okay, interesting. The issue with Aaron or AJ Dillon is he is supposed to be this big, powerful runner, and he's not, but he can be if he flips a switch in his mind. He has to be, fully conscious of doing things a certain way. So when he gets tired, then he starts to run upright. He starts to not be a powerful runner. He starts to do stuff like that. But if it's before the play and he's like, okay, I have to do this, this, and this, then he can do it. Like, I think that makes me more upset because it tells me he's not a football player. He just has skills and he's pretending to play football. That's kind of what it is.
There was one point where the camera panned to him and he just looked so gassed. I think it was like fourth quarter already, and he just looked. He looked so out. He looked like I do right now.
Yeah, too many brownies.
Eliminate the screen pass to AJ Dillon from the offense yesterday.
Yeah, that's stupid. Like, I understand people saying, "Oh, he's a good pass catcher." Okay, he doesn't have to catch screens. The only plays the Packers are successful at this year so far, and again, we can improve. I'm not saying we're a lost cause yet. The NFC North isn't that good. The NFC isn't that good after the first couple teams.
Can't be 10-7 without being 2-3.
Damn straight, Janet.
We can. I think the math.
True, but...
Yeah, I think we can. But like almost all of our successful plays are behind the line of scrimmage, or it's a deep throw pass interference call. Like, that's all we've done.
I mean, those are Jordan Love's two best plays this year were pass interference calls. I mean, if not for those two long pass interference against the Saints, we're now 1-4. I know there's a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda, but it's not
I'm
act like
completely
he's a messiah.
I'm completely done blaming Jordan Love, by the way.
Yeah.
There's no point. Like, I understand some people, again, analysts saying, oh, I'm not sure if Jordan Love's that good. We know he's not good. Okay. Let's all collectively understand he's not talented. That's fine. Mentally, he can be fine. It's the offensive scheme, the play calling, and all of that. That's the issue. It's not him. We know he's not an accurate quarterback and he has zero arm talent. You can coach around that. We've seen teams do it time after time after time. We're getting nothing from LaFleur. We're getting zero adjustments across the entire coaching staff. We're getting zero responsibility across the entire coaching staff. And when a player goes down, whether it be Aaron Jones, whether it be David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Luke Musgrave, we're not adjusting off of that. It's coaching malpractice. It's so frustrating, man.
Also, how does Matt LaFleur not find out till so late that Aaron Jones can't play? That's your player and your running back.
Well, that's different. It's a medical staff thing, and he had to test out pregame.
I thought you were gonna say, how long does it take him to figure out that it starts with him? Because every presser he says it starts with
always
me.
Janet.
True.
The worst.
Matt, I mean, he's just not good, man.
Like,
he's
to
not
put in
good.
perspective, Matt LaFleur is a worse coach in his sport than Mike Budenholzer. Mike Budenholzer got fired.
Yeah.
Mike Budenholzer was a good coach.
Yeah.
He was a good regular season coach.
I'll die on that hill.
Damn, can you imagine if it would have been the Dan Campbell Packers?
I would have lost my mind. And we still could do something like that. It's not too late. We can fire Matt LaFleur.
Caldwell, man, what is he doing?
The Deion Sanders Packers.
Bring in John Gruden. Who gives a fuck?
The Deion Sanders Packers.
Bring in Deion and Shador.
Deion would not come, but that would be fun.
It'd be so fun.
He would come if you would tell him Lil Wayne was here.
Right?
Yeah.
You know how many celebrities would come to Green Bay? That would be incredible. I would meet them all.
Can you see Kawhi Leonard in Green Bay?
I can't see Kawhi Leonard anywhere, to be honest.
No. Also, we need to stop letting Lil Wayne do anything with the Packers.
No, I disagree with that. Hard disagree.
Horrible. Does he know?
Oh, Lil Wayne's here. We're going to get our ass kicked.
Hard disagree with that one. Lil Wayne is like, on our last show, Stoof said, we kind of skipped over the question. He said Adam Thielen is the number one person in the world. Lil Wayne is the number one person in the world.
No.
Yeah.
You're not going to like it. I am not a Lil Wayne fan.
Tough.
Do you know the genre
That's a
of
wrong
music?
take.
Do you know the genre of music called butt rock?
Sure do.
Like Creed, Nickelback. I've been brainstorming butt rap artists, and Lil Wayne is quintessential.
No way.
I think that's a little harsh.
No
I don't know
way.
about that.
Okay, go down the hits. It's not good. He is over. I like him when he's not rapping.
I like him as a person.
Lil Wayne's an awesome rapper.
I wouldn't say he's an awesome rapper either, to be fair. I want to make it very clear I am directly in the middle.
No, I'm farthest to Lil Wayne as you possibly can be.
He's an okay feature.
No. He's a
That's
great
fair.
feature.
I saw him with a Nelly.
I bet it was.
I saw
good,
Nelly
Janet.
this summer, and I'm happy. I saw Jaquan, who's better than Lil Wayne. Jaquan's got one fucking song, and he played it. And it was a banger.
Song. It is a good song.
Yeah, of course. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Love can too.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Not here, but yeah.
Well, if he has Aaron Rodgers' script.
True.
I think Aaron
I get
Rodgers.
Eric's point. Eric's point's correct.
I think Aaron Rodgers was the understudy of Favre, and they just gave him the same script. And then Love came along, and they also gave him the same script. That's my.
Okay, I mean, who else could drop? Real cheese moving silence like lasagna. Good line. That's fine. It's fine. It's a little butt rappy, but it's okay. Lil Wayne with Dame Dollar. Oh God.
No,
Dame
Dame
Dollar.
Dollar with the Little Wayne feature. Get it right.
Relax.
Dame Dollar's okay.
We're saying Dame Dollar's okay and Lil Wayne's not good. What are we doing here?
We're Bucks fans, Luke. We have to support Dame.
I didn't say Lil Wayne's not good. I said he's butt rap.
Okay, that is.
I love Creed. Creed's the fucking best.
Hard to disagree there.
But they're butt rock for sure. Like,
yeah.
Fucking Buck Cherry, great, but they're butt rock. They're okay. They're fine. So is Lil Wayne. You know, that's it. That's all I'm trying to say. He's okay. Grayson Allen better than Lil Wayne.
No.
I hate Grayson Allen, dude.
Grayson Allen gets a bad rap.
I'm so happy that I can hate Grayson Allen again.
Why?
Because he's so hateable.
He's got the most
He's the
punchable face
quintessential
I've ever
hateable
seen.
athlete to ever exist in sports history.
Yes, he has everything. He has a punchable face. He went to Duke, and he's a fucking dickwad.
Yeah.
Like, he trips people. Like,
that was like 6 years ago.
Well, you know that Coach K told him to trip people too.
Yeah.
6 years ago in college, he did it in the NBA multiple times.
Hey, we get Grayson Allen. We haven't won a championship. Do those correlate? Probably.
In a national champ, yeah, we could hate him. Okay. Do we
And
need
he's
to talk
white.
about anything with the Packers here? I know. White people suck, right, Janet?
Happy
okay.
Happy Indigenous Day.
I just going back to the Packers here. I guess I didn't read the injury report today. Quay Walker, Darnell Savage. Are you guys concerned about that for the defense?
Ow!
I was mostly reading Stu's comment, and Janet too, maybe. Quay Walker and who?
And Savage.
You said that and Pumba bit my hand really hard.
He's hungry. Why don't you?
Stop making him angry.
That's
Stop
right.
saying those things.
It's getting all riled up. No, I mean nothing during a bye week.
Yeah, agreed.
Scares me. Savage, I don't think's that hurt anyway. It's
Us
just a
pl-
Darnell Savage thing. He's gonna leave every
Has Savage
game
ever hurt?
Yeah.
from here on out hurt. You know.
I think us playing after the bye week, that's what scares me. Because we don't have a good record
Agreed.
ever.
Agreed. I'm not afraid this week.
Russell
Yeah.
Wilson's gonna cook, and it's gonna be scary.
Oh no, he's gonna ride.
I guarantee you that
I
he
mean-
will not cook.
Luke, if Russell Wilson cooks against us, what are
Let's
you gonna
ride.
do?
Trevor, I'm not even thinking about that because he's not going to cook against us.
We're gonna think
See,
about it
that's
right
the
now.
thing.
What are you gonna do for the podcast if Russell Wilson cooks the Packers?
Wear a
What does
cowboy
cook mean?
hat. Wear a cowboy hat.
Passes for 250, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions.
I would hope your $52 million quarterback can pass for 250 and 2 touchdowns.
And that's saying he
Perfect setup.
shouldn't. I'm
Perfect
just
setup.
saying.
There you go, Luke. Yeah, I mean, it's a no-win game, right? Like, that's the scariest thing. If the Packers win, it's like, good, you beat the fucking Broncos. And if you lose, it's like you lost to the Broncos. You lost to this team. That's what it's going to be when they play the Bears in Week 18, which won't matter for either
Guaranteed
team.
win.
But like both of them are going to get up. Both fan bases are going to put so much value on that
Love
game.
that.
Except for maybe the Bears.
Me too.
They might be fighting for the first overall pick at that point.
Well, they have 2 chances at it.
Nah, they're going to start winning games here. I think, personally. Stu, if you got your order right.
No,
Eric, Packers being favored after the bye is the scariest. It is very scary. It could change depending on what happens Thursday, I suppose. It wouldn't shock me to see the Broncos take the Chiefs to the final seconds.
Not at
It
all.
feels like a very Chiefs thing to
it
do.
would shock me.
Really? It wouldn't shock me in the slightest. I think the Chiefs win, but you know. Anything to take away from Pro Football Focus's stupid shit?
I mean, we got to be pretty happy about Rudy Ford's play, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it was an up and down game. He gave up a big play and then he had a big play.
I'm saying as a whole for the season, as a surprise.
Oh, for
player.
sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's played better than expected. Should he have been in this role? No.
Right.
Right. But the issue, I'm assuming, but I mean, I do know the Packers. He's going to play well enough for the Packers to be like, we're good at safety. You know? That's not true. Like we need to do something this offseason. We had pay cuts this year to free up money. Does anybody remember that?
Yep.
What have we spent it on?
I remember we had 10 mil.
We still do.
Yep.
Like we should extend somebody and pay them now. That's what we need to do. It's so stupid. Jair's go for Aaron Jones after the bye. Yeah.
I think that
I would assume
every
that
single
happens.
show that we've had since we started, we've been saying free Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think I bring it up
Going
every
back
single
years,
show.
yeah.
Every single
so good.
show.
It's a simple,
He's
simple formula.
Even when we found out 10 minutes before that he was not going to play, we were saying free Aaron Jones.
yeah. I mean, they should do against Denver in 2 weeks, right? They should start the game by giving Aaron Jones the ball as many times as he can handle that first drive. Like they need to get him into the game for one. They need to move the chains the first drive for two. And it's just going to get the offense feeling good and more importantly, the Denver defense on their heels.
Mhm.
And if the Denver defense is on their heels, the Packers actually should be able to move the ball all day. But we shall see.
Shout out Anders Carlson, too.
That's the one thing.
He's been 100%.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to apologize. I'll do both. I'll do both. First time thing, I was wrong. Okay. Anders Carlson's done well. He's been good. He couldn't have done any better than he's done so far, right?
Correct.
Number two, he's going to miss when we need it. That's what's going to happen.
I got
He's
trust in
gonna
him.
yank the shit out of an extra point with 2 seconds left.
Yeah, it's going to rear its ugly head when it matters. But maybe not. Maybe not. So far, he's been perfect. So, you know what? I'll say it here. First 100% field goal season by a kicker possibly ever is this year.
He's gonna find a way to miss on the bye week now.
No.
Nope. Brian Gutekunst's drafted kicker wouldn't do that. By the way, that's something that I saw somebody actually talk about. I can't remember. I should give credit to him. This past week was the Brian Gutekunst show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you think about it, it's the quarterback he drafted. It's the offensive line he drafted. It's the receivers he drafted because you got Aaron Jones out of there. You got some of these other players out of there who were past regime players, right? So, like, what we saw on the field was the product, the new Brian Gutekunst created team. So now, for the people who have been defending him, but now are trashing the Packers, can we add 1 and 1 great 2? Can we start doing simple math here? That's all I'm trying to.
You scored 13 against the Raiders, man. That's not good.
Yeah. Wasn't great.
The Packers have scored
Wilson.
3 points in the last 3 first halves.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember COVID year? I think there's 1 or 2 games the Packers didn't score a touchdown on their first drive.
Mm-hmm.
The genius of Matt LaFleur.
That's 3 years ago.
All the articles. Yeah. That was the window. That was the championship window. Stu, free Emmanuel Wilson. I agree. He got 1 snap last game, which was interesting. I just wanted to look at the snap counts just to see if anything was surprising. I think it's kind of surprising that Romeo Doubs played 50 out of 58 snaps. I would have guessed he played lower than that. He kind of disappeared for a lot of the game, I felt like.
Yeah.
Didn't get much.
No. Watson played 49, so he wasn't limited, which is good. And he took some big hits, obviously. Elton Jenkins, same thing. He played every single snap. Luke Musgrave played 40, so he wasn't limited. Is there anybody you guys are specifically wondering about, either on stream right now or in the chat?
I can't even think. I don't remember, but Jair wasn't limited. I don't think.
Jair played every single snap.
Yeah.
As did Rasul.
What's Rashawn Gary at?
Rashawn Gary played 30 out of 64, so not half. Yep. And they're kind of doing exactly what was said in week 1, eh? They're kind of limiting Rashawn Gary, limiting his snaps and his stats, and they're going to extend him, saying you only got X number of sacks because the Packers are scumbags. And it's a business. They're doing the smart thing. But, like, that's what they're doing. They're not saving Rashawn Gary. Medically, he's not limited. They are holding him back. And this is coming from someone who thinks Rashawn Gary, I don't believe this fully, but he sucks, right?
You think he's overrated?
Yeah, but I need to keep up.
Rashawn Gary, if you're listening, I'll gain a ton of respect for you if you just run onto the field whenever you feel like it. That would be very funny.
Nah, keep him off the field. He can't defend a run. Isaiah McDuffie played 60 out of 64 snaps.
Way too many.
A little telling.
Is that in the wake of Quay Walker and Devondre Campbell injury? But is that in the wake of a Quay Walker injury?
No. Because who was the other guy who came in? Eric Wilson ended up playing 44. That was because of the Quay injury. Isaiah McDuffie's the inside 3, so he's the third man up.
I thought that
better or worse.
I thought that Enigbari played fine.
Yeah, I think he's a good player, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think he deserves more snaps, to be completely honest.
Yep.
Good job, dude.
He played 29 of 64. Van Ness, our first-round draft pick, played 26 snaps. Glad he's contributing. Kenny Clark played 47. He took a few breaks, it looks like, which is fine. It's whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what they did for a kickoff team here. And then if there's anything else.
Happy to see Josh Nijman make an impact for once. Not necessarily on the offensive side of the ball, but.
I mean, I suppose he's not that good. Who is Christian Welch, you think?
Sounds like a kicker. Reminds me of the Badger kicker from like 10 years ago.
No, you're thinking of Gaglianone.
Oh, love Gaglianone.
I was thinking of Philip Welch.
So kickoff team that we rolled with, I thought they did pretty well. Yes. We got Ballantyne, Jonathan Owens, Isaiah McDuffie, obviously the kicker. Keyshawn Nixon was on kickoff team. Christian Welch, Dallin Levitt, Josiah DeGuara, Eric Wilson, Rasul Douglas continues to play kick coverage, and then Valentine. Whoa.
Sorry.
Rasul Douglas has been Rasul Douglas has been an Iron Man for the Packers this year. I feel
Honestly,
like it's not getting talked about.
Yeah.
He's played so much. And if he goes down hurt, like that hurts 2 phases of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty significantly. Okay. Final thoughts. Janet. How you feeling? How you feeling about your preseason prediction? You still feel good about it?
Like I said, we can't be 10-7 without being 2-3.
I'm just not 100% sure if that's true. But
So
that's
completely wrong.
No, I agree with Janet.
We're just gonna keep doing it until it aligns.
Keep doing it till it works. I like it.
Yeah. I don't like. I honestly, I feel like a lot of people are blaming Jordan Love right now, and I don't think it was him. I really don't. I think he's doing relatively well with what he is being given. And when I said continuity, I didn't mean for the whole team to suck. But yeah, no. I thought he did well during this game, considering everybody else was falling apart around him. He held his ground, but I mean, what can he do?
And like just to touch on that, the Packers' best offense this year has been a 2-minute offense, and I don't know why they don't run that every single drive down the field, because that's what they've been scoring on. That's where Jordan Love succeeds. That's where the receivers succeed. Just quick hitters, get open and run with the ball. That's what this offense needs to be.
It just needs to be positively creative.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It's just so, it's a combination of outdated and bland. I don't know. They just don't do anything special. It's like it's a junior high version of the West Coast offense.
Mhm.
Like, we are just doing lateral plays, quick hitters behind the line of scrimmage, and just hoping the Packers are good enough athletes to make plays, and we don't have athletes. So
I think we saw that during the Lions game a lot because
sure.
the Lions were very creative in the way they played, and we were very bland.
We're also not aggressive whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, we're super conservative. And again, like, there's just so many things wrong here, man. Like, I don't think Jordan Love's good, but again, to your point, I don't think he's like the end all be all problem, right? It's not like we put in somebody else and it's going to be fixed. But Matt LaFleur's calling a terrible game. I feel like he feels like he has to call this game because of Jordan Love's deficiencies. But that's not good either. Like, everyone's lowering the bar on this offense. Like, we can't do this, this, and this, so let's do this. And then it's like, oh, he can't do this and this, let's do this. Like, everything is, we're one lowering ourselves instead of one upping, if that makes sense. Like, everyone's lowering the bar every chance they get and every little thing. I feel like every week when the Packers struggle, it's like, okay, let's simplify things. Let's do things. Let's go back to basics. When we're already at ground zero, it just means let's stop taking shots. Let's stop doing any long developing plays. Let's stop doing stuff. That's just what it feels like. And the good news is, I suppose, bye week. Next good news is we play the Broncos, Vikings, Rams, Steelers, Chargers. Like, I feel like there's beatable teams in there. I feel like for the most part, there aren't incredible pass rushes until the Steelers. So we have a chance. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, it's not like the Packers should be looking at any of these opponents and being like, we have no chance. Like, as bad as the Packers have looked, like, they should theoretically be able to beat any of the teams I just listed. Any of them.
Can't go 10-7 unless you're 2-3.
That's true, except for the Vikings, and Rams are coached by LaFleur's friends, so we know those are losses. He's already said that. TJ Watt's going to destroy the Packers.
I can't wait for the Chiefs game because I hope Taylor Swift is in Green Bay.
Oh my God.
There is no shot in hell Taylor Swift is ever going to step foot within 100 miles of Green Bay.
I don't know. Green Bay is a great number one place to live in the fucking country. This is.
I was gonna say.
I highly doubt Taylor Swift read that publication.
I was gonna say Simone Biles,
Yeah.
but she's winning us gold medals. So she's
True.
too busy winning us gold medals.
Hey, Simone Biles has been to Green Bay at least.
Yeah.
True. I'm surprised she left
I
that
know.
quickly, though.
Yeah, bad decision, Simone.
Yeah.
She spent 1 week in Green Bay and said, "I'm gonna go back to work."
Probably didn't even try the perch at TNC's like I told her to.
What a bitch.
Probably not. Right? Stu, trade Rashawn Gary for defensive tackle Zach Espinoza. Honestly, at this point, just as useful. Love for Zach Wilson. I would love to have Zach Wilson on.
That's
the team
someone
right
who will
now.
never step foot in Green Bay. And I'm sorry to all our mom Green Bay listeners, but there's not many MILFs in Green Bay.
He stepped into Green Bay last year, actually. So
Excuse me, Luke. Young Gravy.
You're in Texas.
Young Gravy went to Wisconsin University, and he said he loved it there. So,
There's more MILFs in Madison.
No Madison.
Gravy for advice.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Green Bay is, yeah, I think you're right, Luke. Luke, resident MILF analyst on the show. So I feel like we're going to have to start making the show a little more entertaining as the season rolls on. So we may have to check back on this. Keep doing research.
If like Zach Wilson was like into slightly overweight 40-year-old men, then Green Bay would be the best place to go.
And maybe. Thank you, Luke.
he could be compensating for something.
You're welcome, Luke.
Thanks.
When Kelsey went down on Sunday, I thought we lost Taylor
Me
Swift
too,
this
Stu.
season.
I was concerned.
I was told she begins her international tour very soon, though,
Oh.
so I fear we've
Oh,
lost her
no.
already.
The greatest development in
know.
like sports history has been Swifties learning about the NFL. I don't know if you guys have been down that TikTok rabbit hole, but it is great.
It's
Yeah.
pretty funny. It's actually pretty good. Yeah. Well,
Wish we had Jimmy Graham on this team, man.
No.
No.
Me too. I mean, he keeps it fresh. We don't know if he's going to wander into traffic.
I will say that
we don't.
Jimmy Graham has more
exciting.
has more touchdowns at Lambeau Field than all Packer tight ends combined this year.
Yep.
Yeah, he may have more touchdowns.
I
Period.
think he does.
Than Packer tight ends combined. Yeah, I don't think they've scored yet. This is so sad. What a sad season, man. And we're not even rebuilding. Like,
I was about to say,
stop treading water.
we're barely game 5. This is a sad season.
Well, like, I don't know. We're gonna win 5-6 games. We're gonna miss out on a top 10 pick. And then we're gonna be back here.
We're going to draft
year.
another defensive end that takes 4 years to develop, or a corner who's not good, or a tackle who's not good.
Or Georgia. Anybody from Georgia?
I mean, if we even attempt to take a tackle in the first round, I will applaud the choice. Probably not, but I'd like to think I would applaud the choice. Let's try. Let's address
I want
needs.
Shadur so
you know,
bad. I would do bad things to get him in Green Bay.
We know resident milk.
Yeah.
We'll end the show on that.
Analyst.
From us to all you MILFs in Green Bay, we'll be back next week previewing the Broncos game.
RMA.
And
You done with RMA?
That's Luke. Or PvP. Okay, we'll be back next week.